everybody, it's Uncle Scott. Welcome back to the QwerkyReax channel. First things first, I chopped all my videos, so if you don't want to hear my setup here at the beginning, feel free to use that scroll bar and slide right into the music. Second thing second, my video is not a replacement for the original video. I do leave a link to both the channel that this video comes from and the actual video in the top of my description, so if you want to watch it in its entirety, I encourage you to do so, just hopefully after you watch this one first. Getting right into it, we have been going down the rabbit hole of these BAND-MAID documentaries, which has been a lot of fun. Thank you all for returning after our little hiccup on the first one, but these have been really a lot of fun. I've been learning quite a lot about the band, which, as many of you know, if you're watching this, I'm a huge fan of. So we watched Psyche and we watched Konami, and then as I've been saying for these, the reason I keep bumping them to the top of the list and doing them right in a row. If you're a fan of the channel, you know that I tend to spread things out. Like, I try to do one artist here and then another artist here, so that there's some eclecticism to it all, some variety for you. But so many of you have been so generous and very nice. I really appreciate it, and have been using that buy me a coffee link and have said, here, put this to the top of the list. And that's kind of my deal with the channel, guys. Like, if there's I have these documentaries on the list, but was going to spread out the watch, but you guys are like, hey, here's a few bucks, why don't you check it out like right away? So that's what I've been doing. To show you, someone wrote for the next doc, Akane, I think it's Akane. The Konami one was great and bought me 5 breaks. Thank you so much for that, G Kelly 621. I really appreciate that. And then there was another person who said, BM for life, I raise your bet. So BM for life was the one who told me to do this told me to do Konami after I did Psyche. And so this person saying, someone, they bought me 3 breaks, thank you very much, says, BM for life, I raise your bet, Scott, do the Akane documentary. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. I hope I am. So that is what I'm doing. I did want to say, though, what I think is really cool is, I know there's 5 members of the band. So I've done Psyche, like I said, I've done Psyche, I've done Konami, and today I'm going to do Akane, I think it is. Psyche, Konami, and then Connie, right? And then I know there's 2 other members of the band. I don't know the name of the 4th one, but then the 5th one I know is Misa. And the reason I know that is the creator of these documentaries, Orange, which I so appreciate his efforts and his, research and doing all of this, and his level of passion of fandom as well. He actually came into the comments on the Konami one and said, thank you for continuing to react to my documentaries. I'm glad that you like it. I'm working on the new version of Misa's documentary. It should be released by the end of the month. First of all, no, thank you for allowing me to watch them and creating them so that I can watch them. So cool that you swung by and left a comment. I really appreciate that. That's number 1. Number 2, for all the viewers out there, that whoever the 4th member is the band, if you guys want me to do that documentary, I can do that one after this one. But then let's save Misa until he's done doing the updated version, because I can react to that as soon as it drops and kind of help push it out there a little bit and everything else. Sorry, I thought that would be really cool. And man, there's something stuck in my throat. And I also thought it would be that would be a really cool way to round out the whole documentary. Also, I am so amazed by Misa just from what I see her play, because what she does on that bass is ridiculous. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But let's jump into this one. This, like I said, is the Akane documentary. I believe she's the drummer, which, fun Uncle Scott fact, I played drums in high school. Not that good, though, but I did, in band and in orchestra. So I have a little bit of knowledge of drums. I understand drum theory way better than I can actually play the drums. So let's get into this one. I have learned my lesson, guys. I will not be cutting it up. I will be watching it in its entirety, but I will have to stop throughout and, give some reaction to it just so that it doesn't mess with the YouTube algorithm. All right, let's jump in. Here we go. Who's ready to rock? I bet this one's going to be so full of drum stuff. I can't wait. It's got to be, right? Because it's her. Let me told ya.
Welcome to Hyogo Prefecture, located in the Kansai region of Japan, neighboring Kyoto Prefecture and situated very close to Osaka. Kobe, its capital, is known for its cosmopolitan atmosphere, Kobe beef, and scenic harbor.
Right?
This is where Akane was born
Akane.
on December 14th. She lived with her mother, her stepfather, and for a short period, her stepbrother,
December
who
14th
is 11
is my
years
mom's
older.
birthday.
During her early years, Akane was very unsociable and often did whatever she wanted, such as leaving kindergarten to go home or refusing to participate in games and activities with other children. As she likes to say with a laugh, she was a real problem child. Note that in Japan, children go to school and come back home on their own from around 6 years old. Parents usually take their kids to kindergarten or nursery schools before that age, which makes Akane's behavior particularly unusual and amusing. Over the years, Akane became increasingly friendly and realized that talking to others wasn't so bad after all. During her school years, she loved home economics and art, but disliked studying and wasn't good at physical activities. Akane was a child who wanted to try everything, often inspired by her passion for manga, but she would eventually stop due to lack of motivation. The one activity that stayed with her through the years was music. Akane learned piano in kindergarten and also played trombone for about 5 years. Even though she stopped playing piano a long time ago, this talent has never left her.
So real quick before we listen to her play, so both Akane and wait, was it Konami or Saiki that played the piano? No, it was Konami, because then she went to the guitar. But both of them started out by playing the piano, and then I don't think I've ever seen a piano on stage for the band as part of what they're playing. So it's funny that they both started on that instrument, but it's not in the band. I'm sure they use it when they're composing, just because it's probably easier to compose with it, but that's crazy. All right, let's listen to her play. What's this, John Legend?
ドラムを始めたのは高校2年生の頃で、ずっと吹奏楽部を高校2年生までやっていて、その時はトロンボーンやっていたんですよ。で、吹奏楽部内でドラムの子と仲良かったので、ドラムを遊びで触らせてもらう機会があって、パーカッション楽しいっていう感じで遊んでました。そこからだんだん高校生の時にロックフェスやバンドにはまりだして、やっぱドラムやりたいっていう欲が出てきて、吹奏楽部を辞めて軽音楽部に入ったんですよ。でも軽音楽部に入ったらギターがやりたくなっちゃって、初めはギターをやってたんですよ。でも全然うまくならなくて、上達しないのでやる気がなくなってきた時に、ドラムも触ってみようかなと思ってやってみたら、いきなり8ビートが叩けてあれ、私にはドラムが合うのかもって思ってやりだしたら、そこから上達していくのが結構早かったんです。それをきっかけにドラムやりたいっていうのが自分の中で決まって、マキシム・ザ・ホルモンの音楽に出会って、ドラムのナオさんの音を初めて聞いた時に、私ホルモンって全員男性バンドだと思ってたんですよ。ドラムが女の人だったことにめちゃくちゃ衝撃を受けて、女の人でもこんなドラムが叩けるんだって。女性ドラマーって可愛らしいとか音が柔らかいじゃないですけど、その頃そんなハード系のイメージを持ってなかったんで、 ナオさんの音を聞いた時に、もう女性とか男性とか関係ないんだな、女性でもここまでできるんだっていうのを証明してくれた人物だなって。そこから自分もこういうドラマーになりたいと思ったんです。男性だから女性だからっていう偏見、壁を壊したいんです。別に女性だからこういうドラムじゃなきゃダメ、男性だからハードな曲とかそういうの関係ないんだよっていうのを伝えていけたらなとは思っています。
Many musicians start young and stick with the same instrument for years. Akane, however, discovered her passion for drums very late, making it more challenging for her to master the instrument. She started to learn drums by herself, practicing songs from bands she enjoyed, such as El Garden and Bump of Chicken. As she didn't own a drum kit, Akane could only practice once a week at the school club, where she would go alone to enjoy playing drums. Her first purchase.
That's crazy. Think about like only playing once a week when you're trying to like learn an instrument that you really, really love. Also, think about how movie like that is. Like just her alone in the room, falling in love with an instrument that she hadn't even thought women could really play like that. That's really, really cool. That's such a movie moment.
Was a double pedal kit that she quickly gave up on after realizing it would require extensive practice to master. Nonetheless, Akane was fully committed to learning the drums and improving her skills. But before starting her musical journey, Akane had other aspirations, far from sitting behind a drum kit.
なんか可愛がってて、結構みんな懐いてくれるのが嬉しくて、でそっからもうずっと保育士さんになりたくて、高校も保育の学校行こうとしてたりとかはしてたんだけど、なんか気づいたらドラムやってた。そうだね。
どこも気づいたらだと。
そう、高校3年生の時に急に美容師になりたくて、で美容院でバイトさせてもらったりしたんだけど、そこ謎の1年間だけは美容師になりたいと思ったけど、それ以外はもうずっと保育士一本で考えてた。
謎の1年間って面白い。
謎の1年間は美容師になりたかった。
謎の1年間だったね。
そう。ずっと保育士です。
By the end of the school year, she gathered some friends of hers from her old symphonic band days to do a graduation live performance as a copy of the Japanese instrumental band, Pez. In the summer of her third and final year of senior high school, Akane decided to abandon her aspirations of becoming a hairdresser and chose to enroll in a music school. Against the will of her teacher, but with the support of her parents, she went to the Tokyo School of Music in Shibuya for 2 years to follow her passion. She was surrounded by talented students who had been playing drums for many years and aspired to become professional musicians. In her class, Akane learned to play songs by ear and how to effectively work on creating a cover. Even though she was just a beginner in her class, she worked diligently and practiced every day to catch up with the other students. After her graduation, Akane looked for work and was hired as a waitress in a music bar in Yokohama, where she could enjoy live music every day. When she mentioned to the bar manager that she played drums, Akane was given the opportunity to audition for the house band. She performed Deep Purple's Highway Star, embracing the idea of playing rock songs. Akane was immediately hired to play drums and received her first payment as a musician. From that day onward, every day became an opportunity for her to train and improve. This marked Akane's first step towards becoming a professional musician.
Something really cool about this too is that, you know, she kind of put herself around what she wanted to do. And that happens like so often for people when they really have a passion for it. There's a diner like restaurant here in New York City that's maybe like 2 blocks off of Broadway Row, where like all the theaters are, and they had all their waiters have an opportunity. So let's say there's 8 waiters in the bar, in the restaurant. They rotate during service to perform a song from a Broadway show. And so, your waiter or waitress is serving you and everything else, but then they will take a 5-minute to 10-minute break to go perform a song. And they're all Broadway level performers. Like, you can't get a job there unless you're really, really good. And it's really, really cool because I'm sure that people, those servers have gotten work on Broadway from producers coming in needing someone last minute or something like that. So that's why they do it. They say it's a way for them to make money but stick close to the thing they're passionate about, which is basically, it seems like what Akane did, and it worked out for her, right? Because she got to play a lot while working and then got paid as a member of the house band. That's just really, really cool.
At the time, while still learning drums at the Tokyo Music School, Akane played at a joint concert and met a young support guitarist from another band. Just like Akane, she started playing piano at a very young age,
right?
And found her instrument during her high school years. Her name was Konami. The two musicians became good friends really quickly, as Akane didn't have many musician friends around her age, and they found out that they lived in walking distance from each other in Yokohama, a port city very close to Tokyo. After spending some time together, Konami asked Akane to record the drums for her demo songs, showing how much she acknowledged Akane's skill. They even talked about forming a band together in the future without fully committing to this idea. Until one special day when Konami passed the audition to join a newly created band. At that time, Akane was performing at a music bar in Yokohama, but wasn't part of the band. She quickly realized she wasn't suited for supporting roles and wanted to form her own band. It was perfect timing for Konami, who immediately reached out to her friend right after the audition.
かなみがものすごく申し訳なさそうに話し始めたのを覚えています。プラチナムパスポートって事務所、あかねちゃん知ってる？みたいな感じで。私も事務所の名前は知っていたから、すごいじゃんって言ったんですけど、その後、でもね、ガールズバンドで、と言われて悩みました。私、ガールズバンドは絶対にやりたくなかったんです。でも、かなみからバンドメイドの話をもらったのがちょうど横浜のレストランが閉店してしまうことになったタイミングで、これからどうしようかなと考えていた時でもあったんです。だから、かなみがいるならいいかなって答えました。で、かなみが、ありがとう。そしてごめん。衣装がメイド服なんだ。と、かなみは私の好みを知っているから、そうやって話を小出しにするんです。
At first, Akane wasn't sure about joining an all-female band and having to wear a maid outfit. Konami sent her some demos that she found really cool, and the contrast between the cute outfit and this type of music attracted Akane. She felt her reluctance fade away as her motivation grew stronger. Finally, driven by her aspiration to develop as a professional musician and her trust in Konami, Akane passed the audition and became the second member to join BAND-MAID.
So good. So two things I want to say about this. Number one, a few people in the comments were saying, it's great that you're watching the documentaries, but it's unfortunate that you're missing out. Like, you're hearing songs before you get to react to them on the channel. That's okay. I'm only hearing like tiny little snippets, and I'm never going to take it in the way that I'm going to remember exactly what song that was. That even the one I just listened to, I don't remember what the name of that song is, and I certainly want to hear the rest of it. So I can still react to those songs on the channel. It'll still feel like fresh to me. That's number one. Number two, uh, I've seen a lot of drummers play in my day. And hard, fast drummers and that kind of stuff. I don't think I've ever seen one smile so much while they're doing it. Like, she looks like she's having a blast all the time. And you know what I'm talking about? There are a lot of drummers who are like, and they're like gritting and like just pounding and everything else, which I get because it's a very physical instrument to play. And she just seems to be having a blast the entire time. Like, it's hard not to smile watching her play even a complicated solo like that. So awesome.
This was just the beginning for Akane, who still had a lot to learn, especially for fast-paced songs using double pedals. Thrill was her first challenge with the use of this technique. Even though it was a painful experience for Akane, everyone loved when double pedals were added into a song, which led to more and more parts for Akane to practice during the recording of new songs. Since 2016, Konami is the composer of almost all BAND-MAID songs, and there are two things that she likes: fast-paced songs and challenging her bandmates. This was a problem for Akane, who struggled to play the double pedals over 130 beats per minute due to her lack of practice. After Thrill, the members committed to writing more hard rock songs, so Akane needed to be able to keep up with Konami's compositions. Akane thought of using muscle memory to train her legs and improve her movements, aiming to play faster. She tried to move her legs whenever and wherever she could, as if she were playing on double pedals, so her legs would remember these movements. Akane is not the type to refuse a challenge or admit that she can't keep up, so she kept training hard and continues to improve her speed and accuracy even today.
Dude, that's so
自
hard
分
to
の成長
do.
を感じられたこともあって、チャレンジ精神もより強くなったんです。それにみんなが自分のパートを難しくしていっている分、私も自分に試練を与えようと思って、だから逃げなかったという達成感もありますね。こうしてメンバー内で刺激をし合えているのは
Yeah, it is.
とても良いことだと思うんです。
On December 4th, 2015, at the Shinjuku Club Science, Akane was replaced by a male drummer for just one performance. The reason was that Akane suffered from a back injury at this time and wasn't able to play drums, even though she came to the show disguised as a staff member to support her bandmates. 2 months later, she tweeted a photo of herself holding numerous drumsticks with messages written by fans from all over the world. Since this event, Akane has mentioned in various interviews that she visits an osteopath for body maintenance and massages. In 2020, when COVID struck, the members had to adapt their way of working to create new songs, as they were unable to meet in person to rehearse and record. With this in mind, Akane learned drum programming to assist Konami during the songwriting process. She also learned how to use a DAW, or Digital Audio Workstation, which is a software designed to record, edit, and produce music. Before, when Konami asked Akane to record a phrase, she played and recorded the drums in the studio, which is muffled and has a lot of echo. By using a DAW, Akane was able to work more efficiently with Konami and exchange data directly, making the process much easier for everyone. After all these years of creating songs, rehearsing, and performing live with BAND-MAID, Akane continues to refine her skills as a drummer in every aspect, whether by working on the basics, increasing her speed, or managing her stamina.
Get it, girl. Damn. Oh man, her legs must be going so hard right there. Wow. I'm amazed she could stand up after that. Like, that's some serious leg power.
Just a few months after joining BAND-MAID, Akane and Konami started a side project called Mochi to Cheese with 3 members of Predia, an idol group formed in 2010 under the same agency as BAND-MAID, Platinum Passport. The band started to perform acoustic covers in the streets and even performed live a few times over its 2 years of activity. A single was released in 2015 with 2 songs composed by Konami. But only 2 months later, they sent their last tweet and posted their last entry in their blog. Their YouTube channel is still available, so you can at least watch a fraction of their performances.
So guys, I'm just telling you because I know I'm not cutting up the videos and everything else, but when it's an artist that isn't BAND-MAID, I have to snip it just because otherwise it's a fair use thing. Whatever. Just trust me that I listened to that whole thing. It was only a tiny little clip that I took out, but I have to bring it down to like 7-8 seconds. So don't come at me for cutting it up because I have to cut up stuff like that just because I know what gets struck. Like the last documentary that I did, the Konami documentary, that got struck. Even with Orange commenting in my in the comments, like even leaving like a friendly comment, thank you for reacting to the documentaries, that got struck. I had to appeal it. It got struck twice for 2 different songs, and those are BAND-MAID songs. And BAND-MAID usually just goes right into like, you know, the share feature where we just share any money that comes from the thing when I post it. So I'm just letting you know. Oh, and also to be clear, like me getting struck isn't because I'm trying to make money off of it. It gets struck because the algorithm sees it as like a thing that's copywritten, so you can't post it at all. They try to remove it from your page. That happened with BAND-MAID song. What's it called? Endless. What is that called? Maybe I can find it real quick. Endless Story. That got struck, and then the appeal got denied. And so YouTube investigated and was going to take it down. And fortunately, YouTube was like, no, this is definitely fair use. But it's because I follow rules like this where I try not to cross-pollinate any copyright issues or anything like that. So I'm just explaining why it has to be done this way, unfortunately. But also, that's no shade to BAND-MAID. It seemed like that wasn't even that. Like, also, it's never the bands that are the ones that are deciding. It's the people like that work for them or the corporations that own the copyright to the music that are the ones deciding. So that's not me putting BAND-MAID down. In fact, I have always said that I think it's really smart of them to just make it so that it immediately goes into the share thing, because then they make money off of a video that they didn't really have to work to create. They already had the music out there. So they're enlarging their fan base by me watching it and putting it up. And then they're also getting a little bit of money on the side because they're splitting it with me for making this whole new video about it. So BAND-MAID's settings like that is great. I don't know what happened with Endless Story, and I don't know what happened with the last documentary, but those both got hit up. So anyway, just explaining why I have to like snip music. I did it in the Konami video too, because I snipped the Carlos Santana video and music and brought it down to 7-8 seconds for the same reason, just so that it doesn't get struck.
Between 2015 and 2016, Akane had another side project under the name DJ Achi, where she primarily played J-rock music. DJ Achi performed for about a year at various venues where she met many people. She even invited the other members to join her and enjoy the experience together. There's more to Akane than just her music career. First, she eats a lot, much more than the average Japanese person.
もう本当に私大食いなんで、ラーメン替え玉5玉と回転寿司だと30皿。
Oh my god, I want sushi now.
回転寿司の30は無理やって。
高橋さんこの前やってたじゃないですか。
俺この間やったんよ、プライベートで。ラーメンの替え玉俺昔5杯ぐらい余裕で食えた。そんな俺が回転寿司20いけると思うやん。もう16皿ぐらいからビターンとまず。19貫目に食うたウニ、トイプードルに見えましたもん。喉にトイプードル入れてるぐらい。最終的にそこで吐いて終わったからね俺。
本当に。
食えんの？
私食べれます。30皿はすごい。
普段結構いろんなところに大食いしに行ってるんですか？
行ってます。この間わんこそば行きました。
わんこそば？
はい。私120杯行きましたね。120杯。120杯。大体女性の平均が50杯だそうで。
うわー、やるね。
You can see Akane eating in several music videos, such as
Just for the record, that was an entire conversation that was so much fun to watch, and hear how like proud she is of what she can eat would never happen in this country, ever. Like, even if you've ever seen the YouTube channel Hot Ones, where they eat the wings while they're being interviewed, even in that, like, you almost always the women take like dainty bites, and they're not trying to eat too much. I love this. She's just like, yeah, I eat, I enjoy it, and I'll eat you under the table. Awesome.
Such as Don't You Tell Me. And Secret Maiko Lips. Akane has introduced herself with the nickname Gorilla for a while now. And
she
you may
says
be
while
able to
eating
see Akane
a
eating
banana,
during MCs. On the US Tour 2022, she even threw signed banana peels into the audience at the fans' request. Akane is also one of the funniest people.
I'd be like, if I caught that banana peel, tell me you wouldn't be the same. You'd catch it and you'd be like, how do I preserve this? This is going to go bad in like 2 days, not even. How do I preserve? She signed it. How do I preserve it? I'd be looking into like resin things and stuff like that. Anything I could think of to preserve it so that it didn't rot.
People. She always finds a way to make everyone laugh with her funny faces and her silly behavior. Sometimes, Akane is just naturally funny.
この時間はハードロックバンドバンドメイドのバンドメイド日本をお送りしますぽー。そして今回はなんとこの人が来てくれましたぽー。
バンドメイドの茜のドラバンドメイドの茜のドラムです。よろしくお願いします。
茜のドラムですってどういうことぽ逆だ。
もう一回いいですか？すいません。
はいもちろん。
はい、はじめましてバンドメイドのドラムの茜です。よろしくお願いします。
はいお願いしますぽ。
もういきなりやらかした。もういいや。
さすがだぽーちゃん。
もういいや。
もういいやじゃないぽ。
諦めないよ。
There is one more thing to know about Akane, something she has enjoyed since her childhood. Japanese animated TV shows, commonly known as anime. Akane occasionally posts about the anime she watches and enjoys on Instagram. And when she was younger, she was easily influenced by animes like The Prince of Tennis or Slam Dunk, which inspired her to try different sports.
私アニメが大好きなんですね。アニオタなんですよ。一番最初に見たアニメは多分小さい頃にセーラームーンだったと思うんですけど、もちろんセーラームーンもすごいハマってグッズもいっぱい持ってたんですけど、セーラームーン以上にハマったのがカードキャプターさくらです。
I know like nothing about anime.
Akane discovered her passion for drums later than most, starting to learn the basics on her own with the only drum kit available at her school, eventually performing covers of the bands she admired. Inspired by Now, the drummer of Maximum the Hormone, and her aggressive playing style, Akane decided to fully commit to her new passion and enroll in a music school to pursue her dream of becoming a professional drummer. From a child who wanted to try everything but couldn't find the motivation to keep up, to a truly passionate musician, Akane continually gives her best to live for and from music. Practicing drums every day at school to end up playing drums with the house band of the music bar where she worked. Being invited by a trusted friend to join an all-girl band, performing cool songs while wearing cute outfits. Akane has always impressed with her unique drumming style. She makes everyone laugh with her funny faces. She takes care of her friends when they are sick. She spreads her joy with her laughter and isn't afraid to show her tears. No matter how hard it was, no matter how many obstacles she faced, Akane destroyed everything on her way with the biggest smile.
Right?
In the end, we can say that Akane is truly the happiest drummer.
Exactly what I said, man. I'm always amazed when drummers can do that, when they can have the like their arms and their hands are doing all this stuff and then they can change their like she's she's making faces and joking around with the camera, but she's still doing all this other stuff. It's like her limbs are not attached to the rest of what's going on in her mind. She's just trained so hard and practiced so hard that it's just second nature now. It's just this is what her body, her limbs know the song, so her limbs are moving separate from the rest of her, which is really cool. This was another great one. Orange, if you see this, you did another great job on this one. I really love learning about the BAND-MAIDs and their specific backstory. And I love, she seems like she's like, the perfect one for Qwerky, because she kind of gets that like oddball humor and everything else. So I appreciate that as well. It was really, really cool to see how she approaches the music and how it started out with her, playing piano and then even trying the guitar a little bit, and then kind of really embracing drums, and then really needing to work hard to be up to the level that she wanted to be at for the rest of to join a band at the level of BAND-MAID. That's just really, really cool. And I said it in the last one, I love how much they support each other and build each other up and make each other laugh. Like, they just seem like a really solid sisterhood, and I'm convinced that that's why the music is so good. And I can't wait to hear more. You guys let me know if you want me to do the next one. I don't know. I don't know the name of the other person that's not Misa. So I have 2 more left. I don't know who the 4th member is, but I want to save Misa until Orange puts out he said he's like doing a new version of hers. So I want to see hers once he's updated, just because I want to do the most recent one. That'll be dope. In the meantime, if there's any of their songs you want me to listen to to react to on the channel, happy to do that as well. And so I'm clear, you don't need to do a buy me a coffee for me to watch something. I really appreciate those of you who have done it and supported me. I really, really appreciate it. But you don't have to for me to watch it. It just means if you suggest something, it's going to go on the list, and then I will get to it. I just have to, try to include more music on the channel. So I try to, bring in Chinchilla or some Ren stuff or some Dimash or Diana Ankudinova or Gabriel Enrique. Like, I've been trying to do like a lot more of that kind of stuff. Also, I'm going to be recording with some guests like I love to do on the channel. Just everyone's been so busy. So look forward to that too, because Tim should be coming back soon. Crystal, I'm sure, will be coming back soon. And I know she wants to hear more BAND-MAID, so let me know what you want her to hear next. Lots of cool stuff happening with the channel. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. And feel free to use those comments and let me know what you're thinking and how all of this was for you. Hope you're having a great week. If not, you got the opportunity to turn it around. Don't wait for life to be easy to be happy.